What happens when you realize the way you love needs healing too? Hey, I'm Alex, and welcome back to This Is Fine, a Millennial Diary. Before we dive deep into this stuff, because this one definitely gets deep, if you've been enjoying the ride, do me a quick favor, subscribe wherever you're listening, and if you haven't checked out our YouTube channel yet, make sure you head over to alexiscardoza.com and tap into all of the links, including the YouTube, as I mentioned before. Every click helps, keeps this space going and growing. All right, let's get right into it. This episode is for anyone who's ever sat in a therapist's office or on a friend's couch or in their own damn car thinking, why do I keep loving people in ways that hurt me? Because therapy didn't just teach me how to cope or unpack my trauma, it taught me to love better. Now, before therapy, love for many of us was survival. It was people pleasing. It was fixing. It was trying to earn safety through sacrifice. We thought love was always saying yes, never having needs, making ourselves smaller to keep the peace. But what we were calling love wasn't. It was anxiety. It was fear of abandonment. It was overfunctioning in relationships because no one ever taught us what healthy love actually looked like. Now, therapy didn't hand me a magic answer, but it helped hold up a mirror. It helped me see how I was repeating patterns, how my nervous system would interpret intensity as chemistry, how I confused being needed with being, well, loved. And slowly, it taught me a new language, the language of boundaries without guilt, vulnerability without shame, choosing partners who felt safe, not chaotic. Now, therapy became the space where I finally asked, what does love feel like when I'm not anxious all the time? And here was the shift. When you start loving from a place of self-worth instead of self-protection, everything changes. You stop chasing, you start choosing, you stop trying to heal in relationships what needs to be healed, well, in you first, right? And you learn that healthy love isn't performative. It doesn't require constant proving. It's not dramatic or draining. Actually, it's quiet. It's kind. Hell, it's stable. And yeah, that might feel boring at first, but that's only because we've been conditioned to see chaos, well, as connection. Here's where we bring in the old generational lens. Millennials, well, we're the therapy generation. We normalize the breakdown. We were the first to say, hey, maybe I should talk to someone about this. But Gen Z, they're starting from a different place. They're walking into adulthood already talking about boundaries, attachment styles, emotional labor. They don't just seek therapy, they expect it. They expect partners who are in therapy. Where we had to discover healing, well, they're building from it. Where we were surviving, they're trying to thrive. See, it's not a competition. It's progress, and it's hopeful. So, what does love look like when you've done the work or at least started it? Well, it looks like this: saying what you mean, asking for what you need, knowing when to stay and when to walk away, feeling peace in your own body instead of tension. Now, it's not about being perfect. It never will be. It's about being present. It's about loving from fullness, not from lack. So let's bring it home. What happens when you realize the way you love needs healing too? Well, you start over, you rebuild, you unlearn, and the big one here, we relearn. And slowly, you start loving better, not just others, but yourself. Next up, fear of intimacy, desire for connection, because wanting to be close and being terrified of closeness, yeah, we need to talk about that. As I mentioned before, visit alexiscardoza.com to subscribe, follow, and share this with someone who's doing the work too. This is love. This is healing. And you know what I'm about to say. And this is fine.
Goodbye.